Hey, what's going on, Guardians? My name is The Black Link. Come back at you Thursday, July 21st, 2022, bringing you this week's issue of the Bungie Weekly Blog, This Week at Bungie. First things first, I hope you all are having yourselves a wonderful Solstice 2022. The event formerly known as the Solstice of Heroes is in full swing in Destiny 2, and I've got to say, it's actually got a pretty decent reason to engage in the grind this time. You can really farm out some phenomenal armor rolls. So maybe if you've got some secondary characters, or you're someone who's never tried to dive into the legendary triple 100 stat territory, Solstice 2022 is the perfect opportunity for you to get into it. We've actually got video guides for it up here on the channel, walking you through every last bit of the event. So if you haven't seen that yet, be sure to check it out. I'll have a link to it or an annotation in the video itself, but I'll have a link to it down in the description box below. But with all that being said, let's dive on into this week's TWAB. This week, we're learning about Solstice loot, Gunsmith reputation changes, and if you were paying attention to Bungie's social media earlier today, you know we've got something very special coming in August, and we'll start things out with that special announcement. Save the date, Guardians. Bungie is stoked to announce the date of the next Destiny 2 showcase. They'd like to invite you to mark August 23rd, 2022 down on your calendars. No spoilers, but they're excited to show you what's next. And who knows, they may even have some surprises up that proverbial sleeve. Along with this announcement, we of course got a teaser trailer earlier in the day, hinting that we're going to be learning quite a bit more about the future of Destiny on August 23rd. That's next month. Me, personally, I cannot wait to see what Bungie's going to talk about. Around this time last year, I think, is when they revealed like the 30th anniversary and all of that kind of stuff in Witch Queen. So I really am excited to see what Bungie's got in store. Make sure you stay tuned, keep that date saved, and we will be covering all of that news here on the channel. But while the excitement for that showcase is going to be palpable, Bungie does have a bit of a tempering message here in the TWAB about it. They wanted to take a moment to set some expectations before the showcase itself. Because they have a few exciting things set for next month, TWABs before that date will not be announcing any major news. They'll still be updating you all on what's going on in the live game itself, but they're not going to be sharing any groundbreaking revelations until everyone has witnessed the showcase dropping next month. But that doesn't mean we don't have things to talk about in this week's TWAB. We actually learn about some pretty interesting changes that are going to be coming to everybody's favorite gunsmith, Banshee-44, in Season 18. We got to hear from Bungie's economy feature lead, Joshua Kalinsky, about some of these changes. Here's what he had to say. Over the course of the last 2 seasons, we've been evaluating data as well as your feedback regarding gunsmith reputation progress. And just like Banshee-44's memory, it's not quite in the state that we'd like it to be. In order to address this, we will be making a few changes in Season 18. Here's a brief overview of what players can expect. Firstly, starting in Season 18, completing daily gunsmith bounties will now grant 50 gunsmith reputation each, up from 25, for a total of 200 gunsmith rep each day. And because of that, you're going to want to make sure and drop on by to give the old EXO your hellos when hanging out in the tower. Secondly, and more impactfully for players, gunsmith reputation gained from dismantling legendary or exotic weapons and armor will be increased to 5 each, that's up from 3. This will offer a considerable boost to the rate at which gunsmith reputation can be earned by dismantling gear. Overall, they want engaged players to be able to reset Banshee-44's reputation at least once per season, which is really hard to do right now. And though these changes coming in Season 18 will allow players to rank up with the EXO more efficiently, we will continue to monitor and evaluate progression over the course of the coming seasons. We hope these changes make the gunsmith reputation system feel more rewarding in Season 18. So, get out there and get that loot. Like Banshee-44 always says, every little bit helps. Trust me. And overall, I think this is pretty good news. Banshee got a reputation revamp quite a while back that's made him one of the more difficult vendors to actually see a reset for. I do hope that they're going to be doing additional changes to his inventory. I'd love to see an Arms Day type of system come back where he gives you like loner weapons that you could go out, complete challenges on like deep sight stuff, and that gives you reputation with him as well. But overall, I'm happy to see that they're going to be streamlining that experience process with him so that you can actually level up the Gunsmith without having to go through all of the hassle that it takes right now. Definitely good news. But alright, beyond that, the last thing we have to talk about is the availability of some IRL loot tied to Solstice 2022. Solstice is live and now we can all touch the grass together in the tower. But you know what else you can touch? The new Bungie Rewards 2022 Solstice t-shirt and tank top that are now available over at the Bungie store. In order to unlock access to this in the Bungie store, Guardians will need to make sure they complete the On-Ramp Pursuit series of Solstice before August 9th at 10 a.m. Pacific Time. For the pin, Guardians will need to complete the 2022 Solstice seal and earn that associated title by the same date. So if you're looking to get your hands on some of these real-life rewards, make sure you're getting those challenges for Solstice done. But alright, before we get on out of here for the day, we have one last thing to talk about, and it's actually concerning Trials of Osiris. For those itching for a specific map to make its way into the next Trials rotation, you're going to have another shot at shaping where that battle's going to go down. On July 25th, players who are opted in to receive Bungie marketing emails will be able to vote for which map they'd like to see in the upcoming Trials Lab rotation between Eternity, Widow's Court, and Rusted Lands. I'll go ahead and throw my hat in there for Rusted Lands if you ask me. Additionally, Bungie also wanted to sweeten the Guardian voting pot a little bit. For those interested in getting a shiny new emblem, they've got a new community goal to hit. If they can get 77,000 votes within the first 48 hours of that vote going live, again, starting on July 25th, a special reward will unlock via Bungie Rewards. This emblem can be redeemed whether or not you receive their marketing emails. But all the same, you should probably do your part and go ahead and vote in the poll. But that's pretty much the biggest bits of news contained in this week's issue of the Bungie Weekly Blog, This Week at Bungie. Exciting stuff all around, really enjoying Solstice, really happy to hear about the Banshee-44 changes that we're going to be getting access to in Season 18. But that's the news, those are my thoughts. Be sure to leave me yours down in the comment section below. Are you enjoying Solstice 2022? What kind of armor rolls are you guys going for? I'll be looking forward to reading those responses. That's it for this video, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I am the Black Link. You Guardians, stay frosty.